All right, today we are going to be installing a micro piston kit on a 7.5 inch barrel with a pistol length gas system. You may or may not need the shim for this barrel. On this particular one, I know I do not. So at first you're going to install the barrel into the upper. Then you're going to grease your threads lightly and the threads on the barrel nut lightly. This has already been done. We are going to first install the barrel nut just to see if it needs to have a shim on it or not. This one here is going to need a shim. This is already lined up directly with the gas tube guide on the upper, so I know that I'm not going to be able to move it that far. It'll be way over torque. So I'm going to take this off and install a barrel nut shim. Now, as you can see, the shim is rotated it this way. This is going to be enough. All you need is about 25-30 pounds of torque up to 55 or 60. You don't need any more or less than that. So I know from experience from assembling these that this being located here will get me in with that torque range. So I'm going to use our barrel nut tool and just my breaker bar. Based off experience, I would suggest you use a torque wrench. Now we just visually align this. This is one of the biggest issues customers have, and understandably so. This barrel nut needs to be clocked correctly for the handguard to line up. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take our handguard, I'm going to put this on before any of the piston system components go on, and I'm going to put one of the handguard screws into the handguard. And when I install this, after it's been aligned properly, I'm going to start in the same place. I'm just going to do one. This time I got fairly lucky. It is lined up within spec on how we would ship this out. Now if this is misaligned to the left or to the right, you take this off and then you simply tighten it a little more or loosen it, and then you try again. You put it on and verify alignment. Once you have it aligned, then you remove this, and then you are able to install the piston system. First we'll put our rod in, and then we'll use our gas block, just using a non-adjustable one just for example. So we'll put this on. I always use blue Loctite, and then the first hole on our barrel is dimpled. We don't pin the barrels anymore. We don't feel it's necessary. And then I torque this to 56 inch-pounds. We use a torque screwdriver on every one. I tighten the dimpled one first because that is going to ensure correct alignment. There's that one. Put the second one in. Blue Loctite again, doesn't take much. And this way, if you ever have any issues, it's way easier for the customer to remove and do any work that's necessary. Verify it moves freely. Perfect, no issues. And then we will put this on. Start in the same spot, and we tighten these to 27 inch-pounds. We do not use any Loctite or anything like that. The 27 inch-pounds holds these in place just fine with no issues. We did switch these out from an Allen head to a torque head, make it a lot easier for our customers. And I just have two that I'm going to put in there right now. But that is ready. That is ready to put on any muzzle device, pull it off, put in your charging handle and your carrier, and that's how you install a micro gas piston kit.